So, what is trading? Trading is buying and selling. We do this in financial markets. Think of stocks or currencies. The main goal is to make a profit. Sounds exciting, right? But it needs learning and practice. It is a skill you can develop. Why do people like trading? Many see a chance for profit. Some dream of financial freedom. Trading can be a journey to learn a new skill. But remember this very clearly. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Success takes time and effort. What can you trade? There are many different markets. You can trade stocks of companies. You can trade forex, which is currencies. You can even trade cryptocurrencies. Each market behaves differently. Understanding them is very important. This essay will focus on one core skill. How will this essay help you? We will learn about support and resistance. These are very powerful tools. They can help you make decisions. This is useful for new traders. It is also useful for experienced traders. So, are you ready to learn? Let's begin this trading journey. Let's talk about support zones. What exactly are they? Imagine a floor under the price. The price comes down to this level. It struggles to go lower. Why? Because buyers step in. They think the price is good here. Demand becomes strong at support. Now what about resistance zones? Think of resistance as a ceiling. The price goes up to this level. It finds it hard to go higher. This is where sellers come in. They think the price is too high. Supply becomes strong at resistance. Price often turns back down. Why do we say zones, not lines? This is a very important point. Price is rarely exact, you see. It does not just hit one single price. It usually hits an area or a zone. A zone gives you more flexibility. It is a more realistic way to look. Markets are not perfectly precise. How do these zones actually form? They form from past price action. Look at historical charts. Buyers and sellers remember levels. If price bounced from a level before, it might do so again. Market psychology plays a big part. These zones are like battlegrounds. Why are these zones so important? They act like a guide for you. Support and resistance help identify trends. They show potential turning points, where the price might change direction. Think of them as a map for navigating the markets. This is very, very useful information. Support and resistance help with entries. They also help with your exits. Many traders use these key levels. They look to buy near a support zone. They look to sell near a resistance zone. This helps them plan their trades. It also helps them manage their risk. Good planning is key in trading. These zones are great for risk management. How so? Let me explain. You can place stop-loss orders. A stop-loss protects your capital. Place it below support for buy trades. Place it above resistance for sell trades. If the price breaks the zone, your loss is limited. Smart, right? This concept is used by many. A lot of traders watch S&R, from small retail traders like us to big institutional players. When many people watch the same levels, these levels become more reliable. It can sometimes be a self-fulfilling prophecy. This makes them powerful tools. Section 4. Spotting the clues. How to identify support and resistance zones. So, how do you find these zones? Well, first, take a look at historical prices. Your charts are your best friends here. Find where the price has bounced. Has it bounced up from a level multiple times? That is likely a support zone. Bounced down from a level? That's resistance. The more bounces, the stronger the zone becomes. Look for swing highs and swing lows. What are these, you ask? Swing highs are peaks in price where the price went up and then turned down. These peaks can form resistance. Swing lows, on the other hand, are valleys in price where the price went down and then turned up. These valleys can form support. Trend lines can also act as support and resistance. They are not always horizontal. In an uptrend, you draw a line connecting the rising swing lows. This is your diagonal support. In a downtrend, draw a line connecting the falling swing highs. This is your diagonal resistance. Moving averages can be dynamic support and resistance. What does dynamic mean? Well, it moves. Certain moving averages are popular, like the 50-day or 200-day moving average. Price often respects these levels and might bounce off them. This is especially true in trending markets. Another great tool for your trading. Section 5. A simple strategy trading with support and resistance. Let's discuss a simple strategy. We can call it the bounce strategy. You wait for the price to reach a zone, a known support or resistance zone, then you look for confirmation. Don't just trade when price hits it. Patience is very, very important here. Wait for the market to give clues. How do you trade the bounce from support? Price comes down to a support zone. It has bounced here before maybe. Now look for bullish signals. These are signs buyers are stepping in. Bullish candlestick patterns can help, like a hammer or a bullish engulfing. Then, you can consider entering a buy trade. How about trading from resistance? It's the opposite, you see. Price goes up to a resistance zone. It has struggled to break it before. Now look for bearish signals, signs that sellers are taking control. Bearish candlestick patterns are useful, like a shooting star or bearish engulfing. Then you might enter a sell trade. Always remember your risk management. Set your stop loss order. For a buy trade near support, place the stop loss just below support. For a sell trade near resistance, place it just above resistance. Set your take profit target too, perhaps before the next support and resistance zone. Section 6. Real-world action and avoiding pitfalls. Let's use a real-world example. Imagine stock ABC has strong support at $100. The price bounces from $100. A bullish hammer candle forms. This is your buy signal. Buy, set stop at $98, target $105. Avoid trading every support and resistance zone. Not all zones are equal, some are stronger. Don't overtrade. Ignore breakouts. Price won't always respect zones. Sometimes it breaks through. Strong moves can smash support or blast through resistance. Don't fight strong moves. Catching a falling knife is risky. Adapt your strategy or wait. Wait for a retest of the broken zone.